So the reason I like to say when it comes to me, right, is because alchemical reactions between individuals seems to be at least what I have grown to see it seems to be on a case-by-case basis. So how someone or a group of people might respond to me may not be the same way they respond to you, right? And so that's why I like to say that a lot, because my preferences don't mean the same as your preferences, right? So if you have different responses and reactions than what I have to groups of people to generalize, right? That way it allows for that, because everybody has their own experiences, alchemical reactions and responses to different individuals on a case-by-case basis. There we go. It varies between people and groups of people and those interactions as well. I like to pay attention to all of that, especially when it comes to long-term employment, because it all matters. And I had this conversation just recently. Culture matters, right? There was a place I was working. Their culture involved tricking new hires and placing them into some kind of creepy ass mind game test, right? And then doing some creepy ass humiliation ritual, right? And then just not being able to basically lead a meeting, and when it comes to constructive criticism on both parties' part, right, on a very effective level, right? And so they like that shit. They like kind of like playing favorites and basically sort of pushing someone into a mode of either people pleasing or anxiety, right? They enjoy that. Like, I'm pretty sure every one of them had that moment in that work environment to where they were basically in my world that would be called victimized and attacked emotionally and mentally, right? In their world that might be called hazing and figuring things out, right? Like, I was even told that literally crying at each other in the back meeting area or office area is normal, right? So like that's your culture. I don't want to upset your culture, your work culture, or your like social culture. I'm not a part of that. That ain't my culture, right? So I'm gonna let you have that space for someone who can absorb that and take into that, because they won't think anything's wrong either.